Hello everybody, whoever's watching, if anyone. This video I'm making because, well, actually just because of Static, who was talking about bricks not looking good, and that made me think, oh, I need to show him my brick house. But I guess what I'm going to do here is actually, I am going to just give a brief little tour of my really old world that I haven't actually even loaded in, I don't know, maybe a year. This is going to be interesting because a lot of stuff has changed in the game, and this map is so old that I had to actually run it through the converter, which took maybe 20 minutes or so to process all the chunks and update them. And there's a lot of funny things that that people would recognize why they are like this. Like this forest is just completely filled with mushrooms, because I think it was beta 1.6 where they had just made it so that mushrooms replicated. They grew, and the consequence of that was that this forest is just completely filled with mushrooms, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. Before that, mushrooms were very rare. They were hard to get, and I remember just kind of thinking, ooh, should I use these mushrooms? Because it was just... You had a finite amount of mushrooms in your world, and I guess everything's torched up underground. There's a lot of mobs spawning here. So yeah, it was really funny. You had this like finite amount of mushrooms. You had to travel a long way to find them. There weren't any swamps at that point. It was just like every once in a while you found a random area of like 15 mushrooms or something. And I think the way that they generated had something to do with traveling at night, and the game would do some sort of a check to see if it was dark enough or shady enough for mushrooms to spawn. And so like they could spawn in the middle of deserts and stuff. It was kind of bizarre in retrospect. This is my little dock house, which is not fully loaded. Everything's running slow because I'm running the client, and I'm running Fraps, and I'm running the server all at the same time. This was a little sort of... There's a way underground that had a natural connection to the castle over there, which is the first home that I made. It's actually kind of funny because when I... Oh, hey, look at that. You can see underneath the castle and just how much crap has been built. Oh, that's one thing I can do. I can show you the x-ray, which is give you a little bit of sneak peek at the stuff in the basement. So, somewhere in here, I think I remember I built an x-ray machine, which is probably going to kill me for some reason. Oh, let's see. Watch a creeper find me down here. So yeah, down there you can see the railroad that goes underneath the ground. That's, I guess, another unloaded chunk. There's a humongous basement. Somewhere in there is... oh, there we go. Somewhere in there is a mushroom farm. Oh, there it is. There's a mushroom farm. There's the obsidian room, and there's also a redstone lab that I had used. And there's not much else in the other directions. But yeah, this is an old world, so there's no ravines, no mines, no nothing. I want to see if I can actually remember how to get to the castle through these tunnels. That should be funny. So I've been in here in probably close to a year. Or 6 months or something. Oh, look at that. I've already hit a dead end. That's awesome. I don't understand. That doesn't go anywhere. Oh, you know what? It's a little nook right there. Okay. It's a bit of a twisty way, and I found this accidentally at some point, this little passage. I didn't make this. There we are. Looks like this. Some doors have been broken down or something. I don't know. Oh, no. This is a little intersection. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little... This is a funny mushroom farm. This little lever here creates a water current that it opens up water that washes all these mushrooms out, and then the mushrooms that are on the platforms stay there, and then they repopulate the farm. And over time, the mushrooms had grown over into my sewer, which is kind of strange. And this is this is like a little cistern area where I had all my infinite waters, and these are little. This sign is here to be used in Tectonicus mapping program, so it actually scans this and takes a little picture. I don't know if anybody's used one of those before. It's my little electronics lab, which is a bunch of tests that I was doing with stuff like the elevator machine, which I don't know. This was sort of before these really became popular. But I think it works. No, it gets me stuck. It's not. I wasn't really having the best success with this. You had to line yourself up exactly in the middle. It still doesn't work out well. 3 triple door mechanism. Double door mechanism. Like hidden double door. Closes there. And this is one of those old T flip-flops from before pistons. So this is the input, and it activates that door over there. This, you know, most redstone circuits I can understand, but I cannot imagine how somebody invented this. I don't understand how this works. Like, I really don't. But it seems to be dependent on the pulse length of the button in order to do what it does. I don't know. I would really love to see somebody make a video to explain exactly how this works. Like, because I'm sure there's people out there who are savvy enough with redstone that they can understand this, but I mean, I presume this didn't get invented randomly. Somebody did understand this, but I just cannot. Oh, the rapid pulsar. Whoa. What does this do? Oh, this thing here. It's fun to put your friends in one of these when they're AFK. Let's see. Just turn that off. Deactivate the pulse. I was experimenting. I think I was kind of interested because I used to play the 404 challenge a lot. It was kind of a favorite thing of mine. So I was wondering if I could use. I was interested in making light switches, and I don't know. Maybe this wasn't for 404 because I think, if I remember correctly, the sand would have been a problem. But anyway, that's just a. This, of course, is way, way, way before light blocks, so, yeah. I think the last time I played in this world was 1.6. There you go. Glowstone block swapper. It's broken. somehow. I don't know what Mojang did at the time, but I'm sure this was working before. Oh, you know what? Glowstone used to not be a glass block, so it used to transmit current. Now it no longer does. Interesting. Let's see here. This... Okay, I actually did make this one. I somehow I had to make it so that the what? The current goes through there. Never mind. Let's see. This one probably doesn't work either. No, it's the same. It's a glowstone problem. And the that one still works. The hell? Yeah, I don't know. I remember this one was pretty popular back in the day. But, yeah, I'm very happy to have light blocks now. It's about time. Wait a minute. Oh no, it's broken too. Isn't that amazing? Everything to do with glowstone was broken by the change to being a type of glass. I think these actually... Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah, I could put light blocks up here now. That's exciting. There's a control room in here somewhere. What? Yeah, turns on the lights around the room. Yeah, that's fun. I remember, yeah, that was I made that not long after I started playing. Because this castle, I started building this castle right when I started playing. It was the most sort of irreplaceable experience in Minecraft. I don't think I could ever have that experience again unless this game, you know, the difficulty was ramped up horribly. Because what I did was I came from that direction, from where the spawn is, and I walked along here, and then I was like, it was starting to get dark, and I was a bit scared because I knew, oh no, there's gonna be creepers everywhere. And back then, of course, creepers one-shot you. I didn't even know about armor yet, I think. So I climbed up this cliff face, and you know, there was some coal there, and I just dug out the coal, and then that was right here. And then I just made a little hidey hole in the wall right here. This was my house. And then outside the other, like this was a mountain. And outside the other end, I could see this back area where I put some windows, and I had a stove right here, and I don't know. I made a little pathway that went up to a second level, and it was really twisted and weird. And as I expanded the castle, it got more convoluted to the point that I couldn't even find my way around anymore, and nobody else had a chance. And the pig probably thinks this door's open. Okay, that's random. Okay. The biomes have all changed. This is now obviously a jungle. I've got cats everywhere. Man, this took a long time to make. This was very resource intensive, and I used up my... Like, gold had no other purpose. It was a decorative block at the time. It took me a while to collect all that gold and collect all this glowstone. Holy cow, glowstone. It took like 9 pieces of dust to make it. I'm pretty sure I farmed all that. Place for, oh my god, unstacked food. Lovely. Ah, memories. So, let's see. You know, I made the wooden roofs. I think some of this is probably half slabs, but oh man, I had so many fires trying to build this. these little guest rooms, because this is a multiplayer server, so sometimes I wanted people to have a place to put their things or something if they wanted a room. So I made some little guest rooms. And up above is the this is where I had so many problems. I had a farm out in the back area there, and I had so many problems with creepers blowing me up every time I went over to the farm, and so I just thought, oh, the hell with it. I'm just going to build a raised platform on the back end of my castle and put all my wheat farm there, because I got so tired of getting blown up. I swear creepers have been kind of tuned down or something, because I don't know, they don't seem to be as much of a problem, or maybe I'm just used to them now. Infinite water stream. And the floating island that I built out back there, that was fun. I think Etho is planning on making some of those in his world, and actually, yeah, that whole thing is hollow. It was kind of tricky to. I think, yeah, I built the surface out of dirt first, and then pushed blocks down using pistons, and then built the lower platform, which was smaller, and then kept on building up layers and sort of randomly making it wider until it matched it matched up with the top level. And inside there is a humongous timer connected up to a piston with lava, and and so it just kind of spits out little bits of lava as it pulses very slowly. It's a totally pointless thing to do, and it probably causes a bit of lag, but I don't know. I like it. So yeah, there's the main tower of the castle. It's a lot easier to do stuff like that these days, because you can make these efficiency pickaxes that make mining stone a lot faster. But I think I actually got all this stone from digging my my tram, or whatever you call it, my underground railway. Some other rooms in my castle. It's a big. This is the cloud level here, and I didn't want it to feel weird by having clouds drifting through, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna make it so it looks like the clouds are drifting in through the open windows, which is actually really cool looking, especially at this time of day, like these strange strange glow coming from outside. Yeah, this used to be the cloud level. Now the cloud level's above the top of the old top of the world, which is now halfway. I used to do some texture pack work. I was trying to make a custom texture pack, so I had some samples of every block sitting around randomly in this area where I used to hang out. And this is my room up here. This, oh yeah, the flower. This flower is, I found it down at the at the bedrock level next to some lava and some dirt, and I just thought that's a special little flower. And so I brought it all the way from the bottom of the world up to the top and put it in this dirt block here, and it sits there. Yes, happy memories of the little flower. yeah, I conquered lots of dungeons. This map still, that's cool. So you can see what my world looks like. I guess there is over here, there's a gray spot that's actually a castle. So there you go. There's a path over to the portal. That's coordinate 00 in this world over there. That I always love that. That's a naturally occurring, like really tall little mountain that with a tree that just spawned on top, like one of those great big trees. It's kind of neat. It's always been the landmark in my world. And this forest is I packed it with trees until it just couldn't take any more trees. It's kind of neat looking. And down there you can see there's a great big tree that I made out of growing little trees. And that's the spawn right there. That's the spawn point. I don't have any torches? Oh yeah, the sort of visitor room. I think I converted it from a library. It's got some food stuff in here. Here's the inner portal room for my castle. This is one of the first things that I dug, and this room, this little spot area, this area, well, first it was actually a naturally occurring sort of cavernous area underneath the mountain, and then I walled it in. Like this is old rock that used to be part of the mountain, and then this is all. Whoop. Stop interrupting me! Where are you guys? Stop it! Ah. You know, funny things you can do. They probably patch this soon, but if you do this, and the door's kind of like reversed like this, right now it's in its open state, now it's in its closed state, and the zombies will not attack a door that's in a open state, even if it's blocking the entrance. That's an interesting little, at least I think that's still the case. So that door is now safe. Alright, let's go take a look at the other rooms. It's my storage room. I remember I was just so scared of having issues with creepers that this is, I think, if I remember correctly, 8 solid blocks, well, including a lot of dirt below ground, the ground surface up there. So everything's like lots of light, lots and lots of light, and very sort of claustrophobic, and the idea is just to try to prevent monster spawning. This world, I guess, when it was converted, all the chests got moved around in weird ways. And I don't know, a lot of stuff missing. I labeled everything. A lot of canes. A lot of mushrooms. Holy cow. This is all from that silly mushroom farm. Every time I would run the water, I'd get like 3 stacks of each mushroom type. So, yeah, lots of mushrooms. Oh wow, look at all this. All this from Conquered Dungeons. I think I have a lot of... Yeah, I still have a lot of cobble. Wow. This dash of dirt. My gravel, which I usually use for filling in lava. Sandstone. I think I had a sand generator going at one point. I didn't use it much. I wasn't really sure whether or not I thought it was cheating or to use a sand generator, but I think I used it a bit because back in these old worlds, deserts were kind of smaller, and I don't know, I didn't really want to destroy my desert because I always wanted to have a big one. I'm not really, as some people are really big fans of sandstone. I never really was. I always really loved stone and cobble and more solid things. I don't know. Here's the sand generator, and I guess, I don't know. Let's see if it still works. No. No, it doesn't work. There's probably like a new way to do it. I don't know. I don't care either. These are my obsidian generators. They're not really generators. You put the redstone in and you put lava on top, and it converts the redstone to obsidian. And there's a few because sometimes people would play in here too, and I wanted to have a few of them. This is my old, I don't know. I just had this here for completion's sake because I wanted to have. Oh, by the way, yeah, you'll notice these are all brick, made of brick, and I don't know. This is actually legit brick. I really liked brick. It was a bit more red. Now it's not. But yeah, I made all these devices in brick. Just, I don't know. This was, of course, before stone brick, so there was no stone brick, so you couldn't really make anything in stone brick. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily. No, I mean, it doesn't go well with the cobble and the smooth stone necessarily, but I don't think it looks bad either. I wanted it to just be a different brick. Oh, you know, the other reason actually for this was because, yeah, brick used to be way harder to break. It took like, I don't know, 3 seconds to break it. So because it was one of the slowest breaking blocks in the game and one of the sturdiest, if you broke through the obsidian, you wouldn't accidentally break one of these bricks. Now that's no longer the case. It actually breaks pretty quickly. Catacombs. This is just down to the caves. I cut this stairway out. It was one of the first things that I did in Minecraft. I had up above my little fort that I had where I was safe, and then I had my hole that I was digging down, because I actually, at the time I started this, I didn't know what was down here. But I did this stairway so bad at first, the way that I cut it, that I actually took out all the stairs and sort of redid this so that the so that it was a bit, so that these corners worked better. I think that when I had it the first time, it was like these would go right down to the wall, and then I'd turn directions or something weird, and it was kind of ugly. So I actually TNT blasted out all of the stairs and redid them, because back in the old days, picking up stairs took forever. So I just blasted them out with TNT. Oh, hi. Look at that. More catacombs. Oh, this is naturally occurring zombie spawner that I converted into a farm. Oh yeah, with the old lava. This is half slabs here. This switches off the lighting. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's neat. Because of course, you know, you used to get feathers, which was kind of nice. Ah, here we go again. One of the doors. One of the doors to the catacombs. Oh man, I don't even remember what's down here. Some of the weird twisting. Oh. I used to make walls whenever I came into new places, just because, I don't know, I think it was so easy to die back then that I just, I didn't take any chances. Anyway. I hear lava. I don't know where it is. All these doors are messed up because of some changes to the game. That was naturally there, but it was behind this wall for the longest time. It wasn't until I redid the stairway that I discovered that there were shiny blue rocks right behind the wall, and I left them there. And every time people would come to visit, they'd always be like, they'd always be asking, why don't you harvest those diamonds? And because I like them there. They're like my equivalent of the clay. What? No. There's doors everywhere in this world, and the zombies are just breaking them down. Oh, there it is. This is just a little cache. This used to be the entrance to my branch mine, which I had right at the very bottom of the world, which I didn't know at the time wasn't the best strategy, but there you go. It's so weird now, because it didn't used to be like this. It didn't used to be all shady and dim. Yeah. Well, I remember being very puzzled by lava when I first started playing this game. And I did all kinds of stuff to try to use it. And this spot, I spent a lot of time here trying to figure out how to do stuff. And I don't know, it's the strangest thing. I remember at one point thinking that all lava was the same, that lava streams and lava source blocks were the same, and I couldn't figure out why, even though the water was touching the lava, it wasn't making obsidian. I don't know. I can only imagine what it's like for people starting to play the game today. And here is the entrance to my tram. And hopefully... Yes. Oh, no, I already have one in my pocket. There we go. These are my kind of overly complicated launch pads, I guess. So you could take off in any direction using this thing. So where I'm going, I am heading down to my snow biome, where my brick house is. This is pretty much how I got diamonds. I was carving this out. So this, there's not much to say about this tunnel. I can't remember how long it is. I think I'm gonna let you see the tunnel because, well, it's kind of impressively long. Oh, you know what? There's an interesting fact about this tunnel. It was made before portals were in SMP. So, yeah, there was, I almost forgot, it was a time before you could make portals to do rapid travel. So this was like the best way to get from place to place, was to have an underground tunnel. And occasionally on either side you'll find a way up to go to various different bases. I can't remember what state some of them are. It's weird, you can... Yeah, I'm gonna check that. I wonder what state this is in, this desert island. Because this is actually in a desert, and I guess this gives me an opportunity to show what I used to do. I used to make these stairways that go up like this. So I would make these things to get access to go up and down. I kind of like to build in a sort of completionist way and make things feel kind of realistic. Although other people will probably just take the simple, straightforward route of making a vertical little hole with ladders going up. Yep, it's just a dirt hovel. Isn't that awesome? I think I flattened this island. I was going to do something with it, but I just never got around to it. And actually, I think I did use this place for harvesting dirt. I mean, for harvesting sand. I think over here is my quarry. But this is actually the biggest desert I ever found in the old world generator. I could never find one that was actually the full size of the world. I mean, the full size so that you could look in every direction and see only desert. It just wouldn't exist. I'm excited about the upcoming patch with the large biomes, because I like the idea of being able to have a world like where there's room to spread out, but you're actually always in a desert or something, or always in a snowy area. There's something really cool about that. I'm also a fan of the humongous oceans. This is important, actually. I want to point this out, that veins of clay like this are kind of rare. That they used to occur only on the edge of water, and they were the only source of clay blocks. And every clay block like this can be converted into a brick block, and it was quite rare to find clay, and it took me really I think it was a few weeks to gather up enough clay to make a house. I didn't gather the clay thinking I wanted to make a house. I used to go and wander around and explore, and while I was at it, I found clay. And I gradually made a cache of clay blocks and turned them into brick, and finally decided when I found a place that, you know what, I'm going to make a clay house here. So that'll be the next stop. Back down we go. I think this is an entrance to a cave system. I still do stuff like this when I play Minecraft. I make these kind of tunnels, and the main reason I do is because I find myself wanting a lot of cobble to work on projects. I hate running out of cobble. and I find it more productive in terms of resource acquisition than just making a cobblestone generator. Alright, yeah, so I kind of left, speaking of resources, I left all these veins of various materials sitting here. And this is really at the bottom of the world here, right where the bedrock, so I had to sometimes drill through solid lava lakes to be able to keep going, and God, it was hard. I remember trying to do that, and it's like I didn't have a good way of doing it at the time. It was kind of a interesting little game to figure out sometimes how to get past stuff. It took a long time sometimes. There we are. This is the branch to go to the snow biome. I think actually I found right behind here a skeleton spawner, which I hadn't found in my world yet, and I was gonna do something with it, but I never got around to it. It's a lot of little I think that's what Minecraft is about. It's about sort of coming up with a lot of projects and never getting around to them. So these are cool. You know what? Is there light coming from that now? No, there isn't. Yeah. I thought for a reason there was. This was totally like full of lava right there. You can hear it there. Yeah. This was all lava, this solid lake right there. Oh, it was hell. And here we are. First time I came up here, I made this little station. It's kind of my little home away from home when I first reached this spot. And this was I did a lot of work out of this base. I think this was my outpost that I used, where I spent the night while I was working on the brick house. There you go. There's evidence of my work that was being done here. Oh, yeah, I should actually point out, I always did think that one of the best uses of brick was to make brick fireplaces. To me, that has always been the thing to do. Because it just, it looks really cool as a contrast to everything else. Not that this room looks terribly cool, I mean, it's just a cobbled little glorified cave. But that's kind of what I was going for right here, because this is like, you look out the window, and it's just this this little snowy culvert type thing. Oh, you'll not break my doors. Yeah. There you go. I guess it's a couple minutes before dawn here. And there's the brick house. And this is actually sort of amusing, because if Yeah, it's like a snowman before the snowman entity was added to the game. So let's give you a look of the house from the outside here. Now you can imagine how much clay it actually took to make this house. It was a serious amount of clay. It was easily a month of playing the game and collecting clay before I had enough to actually make this thing. But the reason I made this house was because it was really cool. Like this setting is so nice. The surrounding little frozen lake and everything. So what I did here is I used wood floors, wood ceilings, wood planks, combined with these dark wood beams. And I kind of think that the dark wood beams... Whoa! No! Oh! Where did you come from? Ah! How? So unfair. No. Oh no, my beautiful house. Oh. I must fix this. It pains me. Is that a too wide stairway? Okay. I don't understand how... Them creepers, they be creeping. Because I don't understand. Where did he come from? Let's see here. Block light. No. There's no way. There's no way a creeper spawned in here. It's just crazy. Okay. Music time. There's actually, when I was building this place, the roof up here, I built it, and then afterward, I built this fireplace, and I burnt the roof down. It was terrible, and I had to rebuild the whole roof afterward. I don't know. It's my little thing of colored blocks that I used to redo these rugs. You know, at night when I was sitting in here with nothing better to do. I can't get over that creeper. How did he spawn in here? Do I have brick? Oh, I got a new window. So anyway, I think that bricks go well with these dark wood. And I mean, you know, granted, they used to be, these bricks used to be darker. I don't know, I like them, I think I liked them better when they were higher contrast. But, I don't know. But I think that they look good if you use them for a house like this. No, it's not hard. It's not as hard to get brick as it used to be. Anyway, one of the other bizarre little constructions in this world is the igloo. This thing, I calculated it out, and it was a project. There was a few of us working on this project, and I think it took about 6,000 snowballs. And this, remember, this was before the little snow golems, so there was no, you couldn't make a little you can take a snow golem. If you force him into a corner with a piston, you can sit there and you can just get snowballs really fast. But we had to harvest the snow from over there. That was our harvesting ground, and we would just spend all day getting snow. I think we went through, I think it was like 6 diamond shovels or something like that, maybe more, just gathering snow. But it was really always quite a cool place down here. As you can see, we kind of, I mean, this was before you could pick up ice, which, I mean, you could pick up ice for a while, and I think there's, yeah, I don't know. I think, actually, yeah. I think I kind of, to be honest, if I remember correctly, I think I always thought that you should be able to pick up ice. I didn't think it made sense that you couldn't. So I believe I actually just spawned in a few stacks of ice blocks just to patch up holes, because we kept making mistakes with the lighting, and I kind of, I don't know, I felt okay about that one thing. But I find that usually when you cheat in Minecraft, like, you violate the rules of the game, it just kind of cheapens the value of a lot of the stuff that you do. It's like, oh, why bother working on that? You know, it's so easy to just hack it. So I like to play entirely legit. Yeah, it's bizarre. I think I had planned to actually make this into a big, like, just put these ramps all the way up it and just make it into like a house that had an enormous inner viewing area, and it's just a humongous igloo. That was a funny project. But yeah, this is my old world. I wonder what biome we're in. We're in forest right now. Go figure. So, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.